Hey guys, Cynthia Maynard here, and continuing on with some alternative ideas for our paper pumpkin kit that was August kit with these great beautiful papers and things, and just some gorgeous gorgeous stuff. So I thought I was going to make a file folder card this time, so I got out my punch board. You can use the Stampin' Up! One. I already had this, so I didn't rebuy that. But anyway, this is the 1, 2, 3 punch board. You could use the envelope punch board as well. And I'm going to take one of the pre-scored cards, and I'm going to make a little file folder out of this. So one of the first things you need to do is, once you have a scored piece of paper like this, we need to cut a little bit off the edge, just about 3/4 of an inch. That's not a die-hard rule, but obviously we want to have it offset. So, so what we're going to do is cut some off, and I'll be right back. Once you have some cut off, you can see, hopefully, it's a little bit light, but you can see how it's offset. So obviously that way we will be able to see both of our little tabs. And then we simply are going to use the board to make the tabs. So let me go ahead and get my kit out of the way here. To align the left edge of the paper with the bow guide. So you can see in the middle of your board it says bow guide. In this instance, if you don't have this punch, just go for the middle of the punch knob. It doesn't have to be exact anyway, but that up with the bow guide and punch. Okay, and then we're gonna take that and scoot it over to the 3-inch section. So we're going to take it over to the 3-inch mark and punch. So you can see that setting up for our tab. All right, and then you simply want to remove this. Now you could use your paper trimmer. You could be brave and just, you know, just use your scissors. It's first file folder little notch there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is rotate it. You know, we were going like this, and so we're going to rotate 180 degrees. So basically we're flipping it around to the other side, and we're redoing that same thing. So we're lining it up with the bow guide, or the middle of your thing there, and then over to the 3-inch mark. And then we're removing this one. So we want opposite tabs. Now you don't have to do it this way. There are other tab situations that you could do, but this is just the standard directions for a standard file folder. I mean, you could certainly do other configurations. You could put your tab in the middle and cut away 2 sides. You know, it's whatever you want to do. I really made that. Scissor cutting skills today are just not up to par. Good grief. Okay. But now you can see we have our little folder. You could fold it this way. Okay, I'm going to use my bone folder to kind of make a nice crease there. Get that mark. And then we have our typical tab situation here. Now if you had double-sided pattern paper, that would be really cool, because then you would see one pattern here, and then you would see the other pattern there. We have solid color paper, so we're going to kind of do our own thing. But that is basically all you need to do to make the actual file folder card, which is pretty simple, right? Okay, so we have our card facing like this with the back tab up here and the front tab down here. And what we're going to do is create a little border. So I'm going to take this sort of medium-sized floral piece here, and we're going to stamp straight across our card. And I am going to go for, I'm going to do, but you could do it any configuration. You could do mint macaron and do a tone-on-tone. That would look cool too. I'm going to do the Cajun Craze, and I'm going to use this top line of this stamp to kind of make a border across the way here. Alright, so just about midway down What's nice about the photopolymer is we'll be able to see to line up our next. If you have trouble making straight lines across, you could draw with a light pencil mark with a ruler across there, and that would help you out with that. You could live on the wild side and just stamp your way across, and then we just need the little bit of edge here to exit our card. I'm going to use my cleaner here. You got this really pretty sort of burlappy, transparent trim, and we're going to put that right across the top of that stamping that we just did. Trim that off. Love that stuff. And we're going to use a pretty strong adhesive to put that down because I feel like, you know, it wants to move. All right. It probably would have been easier to just do it on the card. I just have to do things the hard way. And then we just want to apply it as straight as possible. Making sure the edge of our stamping is could use your bum folder to make sure that's nice and adhered, as well as straightening out your trim. And then you can just use your scissors to look on the back, and you see any little fuzzies like that. You can go ahead and scissors upside down and trim that off, just like so. What's nice is that gives texture to our card. And in our Bermuda Bay, we're going to stamp our thanks. Down like that. Okay, so I cut that out, as you can see. You can keep that for something else. And I think I'm going to sponge around with the Bermuda Bay. I go ahead and carefully kind of do some direct application here. Since I don't have a circle behind it, although you could do that too. That'll help it pop out. Like so. And then I want to do a little tone-on-tone stamping on some of this before we adhere this. We'll let that dry a little bit because it's a little bit plain. Like that. And then I'm going to turn this upside down or sideways, because my ink pad's there, and try to fit that right inside there. Okay, you see what I did? That way you can get kind of a, you know, filled in pattern there. And then we're just going to go across. And then we're going to go this way, kind of like we did on the front, lining up. Trying to create some pattern and still leave some room on the inside for writing a note or what have you. Okay. Okay, my Stampin' Up! Embellishments that I'm looking for are MIA. They are absolutely, they're here somewhere, and I just don't have the time to look right now, so I've grabbed these other, I don't even know whose they are. They're a sheet of sticky embellishments. So we're going to, first of all, we need to mount that on our dimensionals here. Sometimes I'm in the middle, I know I keep saying this, but craft room redo, folks. Intervention! Seriously. You see these pictures of these like absolutely perfect craft room studios and things. That is not mine. I'm an artist. I don't know. I have that temperament. I like to be organized though, because that kind of drives me nuts not to be. But it's getting there. That's kind of a challenge, and I still have to work at the same time. So, all right. So we're going to just overlap that just a little bit there. We'll pop a color. Of course, I'm just short. They're all attached by a little bit of glue in between, so. And one more on there like that. Oh, I think I'm going to stop with that. You're probably like, no more, no more. It's addicting once you start putting blingy things on. It's hard to stop. But I am going to sponge. See this edge here? Just to make it pop out a little bit from the back here, I'm going to sponge. These little file folder cards are a lot of fun. Something different. Kind of makes people go, oh, that's fun. Well, something different. So there's the inside of our card, and you can write your message in here, and then when you close it, and this will fit in an A2 size envelope, so which is nice about that. So, yeah, there you have it. Something else to do with your paper pumpkin pack, and yeah. Kind of fun. I like the little packs that come, and I don't ever really do what they say to do. They give you this nice little thing that gives you instructions. So it's nice for somebody who, you know, maybe is new to crafting or something like that, or kind of wants to, you know, it's a great gift. It's only $19.95, which is you get all this great stuff in there. So it's a great deal, and then you get to keep the stamp set. Anyway, but it's fun to think of other things to do with your paper pumpkin, and you could use the envelopes that they gave you in here. They gave us some nice envelopes. You could do some stamping on those to make it coordinate, but that is what I have for you today. And thank you so much, guys, for going through this with me and spending your time. I just go ahead and like the video if you liked it. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. If you need any paper pumpkin kits or Stampin' Up! Products, you can contact me at maynardcynthia@hotmail.com or cynthiamaynard.stampinup.net, and I'd be glad to help you out with that. I have a customer loyalty program that will earn you free stamp sets, and that's always cool for you know, earning free stuff, right? All right, guys, thanks so much and have a blessed day.